Guess what? It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for In the Kitchen with Miss Paula Harmonica Mama. We'll have lots of fun. See ya. All right, well, I'm back. It is a day or so later. Wheelersburg won. They beat Ironton, and that was not expected to happen, so go Bird. Yeah, I have on a Browns shirt, but we do support the Browns as well as the Bengals here in this household. Now, I have the corn all shucked and cleaned off, and I broke it into little pieces because we usually feed little people corn, and it's just easier on them. So what I'm going to do, the first step I'm going to take, like I said, we're going to make freeze corn on the cob. I've done that for the past couple of years, and I promise you that we need to let Ollie in because he does not have any patience. Come on, Ollie.
Come on, Dex.
Come on, Dex. Okay. Now they gotta go get their treat. Oh, you want to say hi? No, he went on the other way. Okay. So, anyway, I've done it for the past 2 years. And seriously, when you take the corn out of the freezer, you cook it just like you would normally if you had just shucked the corn. It tastes just like it. People have been amazed. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to blanch this corn. So I've got my hot water going in here. And it's just going to take, a couple of minutes. But I probably won't have to do this in 2 rounds. So what I'm going to do after I blanch it is I'm going to put it in a ice water bath. So Alexa, set me a 2-minute timer. And I think we can just pause so I don't need to watch this boil. Thank you. Alrighty, it has been 2 minutes and I am taking this corn and I am putting it here in an ice bath. And in just a little bit, I'm going to show you the ice bath. But that's going to be after I do my second round of corn, because it all wouldn't fit in here. One of these days, I think I'm going to get one of those big stew pots. I don't know, maybe not. I don't think it'll fit under here. Maybe one of those stew pots. All right. So we're going to let that go for about 2 minutes. Alexa, set a 2-minute timer, please. Okay, I think she got it going this time. Okay, so I just wanted to say that this year has been awful for corn growing. I mean, all the farmers, we had that 6-week drought, and so it's just been such a challenge. So I've not been able to get much really good corn this year. But last year I put up, probably 8 dozen ears of corn. And the other thing I'm going to do when I get it, let me grab 2 more things. Is I'm going to use some saran wrap. Yes, I'm always that clumsy. It's just me. And after we're going to wrap each individual piece of corn in a piece of saran wrap, and then I'm going to date it and store it in Ziploc bags and stick it in the freezer. I have a freezer room. I have a nice big freezer out off of the Buckeye Road. So that's what we will be doing here in just a little bit. The ice bath, when you put the hot corn in the ice water, it stops it from cooking. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this corn that's in the ice bath out. We'll put it on a tray towel. Alexa, stop timer. Okay, we will take a pause here. So I just have this in a little tub. I was talking to Bernie. I have this in a little tub, and I'm going to wait until I can feel that the corn itself is kind of cool, which it is now. So we'll just move this back a little bit. And you see I have this corn here. It's kind of drying out. And we'll just put the rest of this corn on the towel here. I gotta tell you, I was really surprised the first time I did this. I read it in an article. I was just trying to look up how to store corn and different vegetables because I was buying a lot at farmers market and stuff. But you see what I mean about it not being super good corn. But we will rectify that. I mean, you know, we'll just deal with it. Okay, I'm going to turn the stove off. Okay, so hang on here a second, and we'll get rolling. I've got to let this air and dry out a little bit. All right, so I just take a little piece of saran wrap, and it is a bit of a process, but I tell you what, it's very, very much worth it. So I just wrap up the piece of corn, set it aside. Now, I have some relatives that think I'm really weird because I keep my saran wrap in the refrigerator. But I did read somewhere that it sticks better, and it certainly is easier to pull sheets of saran wrap when it's kind of chilly. I don't know about sticking better so much, but I do know that it does. I'm gonna dry that one off a little bit. It does make it easier. I have an easier job putting it on stuff to keep it, you know, whenever you're putting it on. It doesn't fall back on itself quite as much. And that's even with some of the off-brand types of plastic wrap, because I do sometimes buy them. With a lot of stuff, I'm not necessarily product faithful. I mean, I do have some favorite kind of brands of stuff, but a lot of stuff I just buy if it's on sale or if I have a coupon for it. And then sometimes I gotta just buy what's there. We don't always get to buy exactly what we want here. So what I will do here, and that's not a lot. Let me see if I can find these. Okay. But it is a neat little trick. I just am really tickled, and I've had friends and family members that have been amazed from the middle of the winter. Like I said, the middle of December, they'll come over and I'll feed them corn on the cob, and it tastes like I just picked it right out of the garden. And I wish I could remember where I found that out, but it's been 2 years, so that's kind of a challenge on this old lady's memory. But I'm grateful for whoever I got it from. those things are worth just putting in the little bit of extra work. And the neat thing about this is individually wrapping them, I could put several ears in a gallon container. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. And I will date it. And so what this is, the 28. September has flown by. Okay, so whenever I freeze or do anything, and I do a lot of freezing, I just date it. So I just stick them in here, and when I get ready to get a piece of corn out, then I just go to my freezer, and if I just am cooking for Bernie and I can reach in here and pull out a couple of ears of corn, or if I feed more people, then I can pull out as much as I need. I can fit a few more pieces in there, so. Do y'all like corn on the cob? I tell you what, I grew up in Illinois, and it is one of my favorites. And one of the things that I remember is I lived in Danville, Illinois, and every year, like in late August, there was a sweet corn festival. And of course there was, you had all kinds of corn dishes, and there was the sweet corn queen, and it was just really a lot of fun. And the other thing is they grew a lot of feed corn. So they hired kids in the summertime to detassel the corn. And you had to be, I think, 5'4" before they would put you on. They put you on the back of a tractor that was evidently you stood on some kind of contraption on the back, and you just pulled the tassels off the corn. And I'm just barely 5'3", so I never got tall enough to be able to do that. And I was always disappointed because it paid pretty good, and I kind of thought it sounded like it would be fun. But they would pick people up in a van, they would pick kids up in a van. Now I know they worked hard and they got hot. They would pick people up on the steps of the city library down in downtown Danville. And I hung out at the library a lot. And I remember going downtown and going to the library to get the air out of there. I'm going to put these other corn bag. Well, no, I'll put it in this thing because I've got some more corn I'm going to do. We bought some corn yesterday. And I remember seeing people and some of my friends sitting out front on the library steps, and they were waiting for the van to come get them. And then I would see them again getting off, and they looked hot and tired. But always had a bit of change in their pocket. So, okay, so now you can see how I do. I freeze corn on the cob. I'm just going to go ahead and sign off and tell you all to have a good rest of your week. And I will actually see you on Wednesday when you're in the kitchen with Miss Paula Harmonica Mama. Love y'all.